everybody. Chris again from Stay Dry Roofing, back at it with
Bill Roberts.
the one and only Bill Roberts. And as you can tell, we are still living in the attic space.
Nice
right?
spot.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, it's cozy.
It really is a nice place.
Yeah,
Until I realized somebody tried to scare us this time.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can see this, but they put this little mannequin head hidden back here. It scared me half to death when I came up here
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, that's okay though.
A little terrifying.
That's all right.
One thing that a lot of homeowners call us on is their upstairs living space in the summer is crazy hot. Now, we all know heat naturally rises.
Correct.
But there's a certain point where you know as a homeowner where it is abnormally hot upstairs.
Absolutely.
What could be a cause of that?
One of the common things we see in our industry is the home is not properly ventilated.
Okay, so describe that. So ventilating, breathing, is that kind of what you mean by
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it. Is the house needs to breathe. Over the summer, over the winter, a home is always going to have air is going to rise up, obviously, to the attic, right? And the longer that air stays in the attic, doesn't flow through the attic, it's going to settle. It's going to become stale. It's going to cause the problems that we've talked about before, the locker room smell and those other things.
Yep.
So to be properly ventilated, that air should just flow natural.
So
and
in that
have plenty of
ventilation,
intake and
that's what I was
outtake.
going to ask
Yep.
you. So it's breathing in and breathing,
And breathing
out.
out,
Okay.
yep.
So not getting into too much of how it breathes in, but just a quick synopsis. How would an attic space or a home breathe in? What would that look like?
So it's breathing in through the soffits. The overhang of your home is the soffit. There should be plenty of intake places there.
Okay.
They should not be blocked in your attic. They'll have some baffles there that'll keep the insulation away from that, so
Okay.
that air can come in naturally without any obstruction. And then the best way is a ridge vent, if your home is set up that way, for that air to flow right back out.
So that would be the intake, and you mentioned a ridge vent. That would be how it breathes out.
That's the outtake.
The
Correct.
outtake.
Yep.
What's another way that they could have an exhaust outside of a ridge vent? Some homes
They have box vents.
box vents.
Yep.
Okay. So if a homeowner, if you're out there and you ever see these black boxes on your roof line, that's probably box vents.
Correct.
Okay. Now, from last I've heard, and I know some of the coding or the specifications from contractors, it gets updated in time.
It does.
But the last I heard was you should have one box vent for every 2 squares of roofing.
Correct.
Okay. Now, a square, for those of you who do not know, is a 10-foot by 10-foot area. So if you've got a larger home and you've got 5 or 6 box vents, it would probably be a good sign that it's
Probably
underventilated.
Underventilated,
Yeah.
not ventilated.
not
enough,
able
right,
to,
not
to
enough.
exhaust. Okay. Now, when you go up into an attic space in the summertime, what is the easiest, quickest tool that you use to see if it's breathing and exhausting properly?
Well, as far as a tool goes, that would be, we have a heat gun that we can get the temperature obviously right away. But honestly, when you open that attic up, if it's 15 to 20 degrees cooler or hotter up there, or hotter than that, right away.
Yeah.
You
What's
don't
the
need a gun.
hottest attic you've personally ever been in?
It was upwards of 140 degrees. The problem with that roof was, as we found out, that it was a 24 square roof, and there were 3 box vents.
Wow.
So a little underventilated.
Little underventilated, right?
And that home was 3 years old. The roof was 3 years old on this home.
Wow.
And they had to have a whole new re-roof and a whole new deck job because
So
the roof was
that's what I was going to ask you. So that ventilation, it's not just heat, right?
Correct.
It's holding moisture, it's holding humidity, because we
Yes.
love it. It's Indy, right? We have humidity,
absolutely.
and it caused even decking issues
It caused
in
all
3 years.
In 3 years, it caused the decking to be pretty much just toast, cooked.
Wow.
From underneath. So.
Wow. Guys, if you're out there, and I know a lot of people don't spend time in your attics, but we do for a living. I mean, that's why we're here. But nonetheless, if you ever have any concerns about heat or ventilation, or you just want to get an expert opinion, we'd love to have that opportunity with you. You can reach out to our office, Stay Dry Roofing. Find us online. Click the link below in the video, or you can reach out to Bill personally.
At Stay Dry Roofing,
At
just
Stay Dry
call the
Roofing.
office, ask for me. I'd love to come out and take a look. And I'll just add this bit to it, Chris. If you had a contractor out, a roofing contractor, and they did not get in your attic, you need to call a different contractor.
That's probably a huge piece of advice there. I mean, you can solve one problem by throwing a shingle, but if you're ignoring others, you're going to be right back in the same position.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much, and we look forward to partnering with you in the future.